So we have finally made it here after a 3.5-hour drive.
So the time is currently 25 to 8 and apparently our gates only open at 8 o'clock. But what I'm seeing is people are already on the place that we want to go to. It's ridiculous.
So we have come to Pamukkale in order to swim in the Cotton Castle pools. Hello.
Hello.
How many people?
2.
Teşekkürler. Buyurun. Buyurun.
Teşekkürler. So it's finally 8 o'clock and we just made it through the gates. We like the third group to say going in, third or fourth group.
From our entrance,
yeah,
there are definitely people already on the Cotton Castle, but this looks amazing.
Yeah, we've come from the bottom entrance and apparently there's a higher entrance and you can come from there at a much earlier time. But
there's not too many people. I think we've missed the big crowds.
Which is pretty good because apparently the buses only come at 10 o'clock. But this place is huge. I never thought it was actually that big. It didn't look so big in pictures. So first things first, shoes off.
Stepping on the cotton candy castle.
Oh.
Ooh, the water's actually quite cold.
Yo, it's really cold. Thinking that this water was coming from a thermal spring, it would be hot. But it's actually quite cold on the surface that we're walking on at the moment.
Ooh, yeah, it's freezing. It's like putting your feet in a ice tub. I actually thought that the ground would be slippery and like muddy, but it feels like stone.
Yeah, it's actually quite hard here at the bottom. So I think when we get further up, it might get softer. I hope it does.
But it's really cool to see this little white patch in the mountains sticking out compared to all the little green patches that you see. Oh, this part's muddy. This is the first squishy part that I can feel. It actually feels quite nice on your toes. It's like a clay almost. This will be amazing to get all the dead skin cells off your feet.
That is very nice to dip your feet in there, but it is really cold.
Can't feel my toes. They're numb. Oh my goodness, this water is so cold.
From what we know, you can actually swim in these pools. So we're gonna attempt it, but it might be just too cold. Now we have to walk to the top there to get the better pools. But to my left we have one here, and to the right there's one here.
A small little one.
Yeah, not much water.
Not too much water. I've heard that some days when you come here, these pools aren't actually filled with water. So we were not too sure if we'd actually get some of these pools with water, but I'm so glad that we have because it's actually really pretty to see. This water is actually warm compared to the ones at the bottom. Oh yeah, that's the thermal water I was looking forward to.
Oh, now that feels like bath water. Now that this is warmer, let's get in. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm so glad it's not cold.
I wonder why some of the water is cold and the other water is warm. Like it's not super hot, but it's like a lukewarm.
The only problem is that we have a lot of people above us, so I hope nobody's peeing.
It's definitely washing down.
Yeah, but it's so cool.
I think this is a pretty cool bath, if you would say. I feel like if I have to lift my feet, I'm going to go for a slip and slide. But the bottom's quite rough, so I don't think I'll go anywhere. But this water's quite like, it's got a lot of pressure. Woo! But look at my view. I think this must be the best view I've had with the bath.
This is not bad at all. This is a proper bath now. Oh, even massages.
This is amazing.
I'm not being paid enough for this.
Who needs a spa when you've got this?
Yeah.
So as we're walking in here, you can feel the super soft sand or clay at the bottom. And it almost feels like you're at a spa because this looks like the clay you'd kind of use on your face in order to do like a scrub or a face mask. So it could almost be like your own little spa day. It's all squishy between my toes. It actually feels quite nice though.
They say you got to actually grab some of this stuff and rub it on your body. This is the way they used to do it back in the day. So I can think, this is the only way to do it now, right? Oh, now I'm getting all of it right here. I think it's going to be a mission to take it off. It's already drying up and it's been on me for like
2 seconds.
Literally 30 seconds.
It does kind of have a smell though.
Does it?
Not too bad. It smells like sulfate.
Yeah, and mud.
It's going to be the easiest way to wash it.
Okay, bath time's over. Now that we're on the top, you can see that there's more tourists. I think all the tour buses are pulling in, as it's like 9:30 now, and they all come from the top entrance. I'm so glad that we got a rental car and started from the bottom entrance, as there was a much unique and better experience there.
So if you want to come here, I definitely suggest waking up early and coming here when it opens, because it's definitely worth it.
So on top they do have this, which is a little bit empty. So I'm glad we came from the bottom entrance. As coming from the top entrance, I don't think you get to see much until you go right to the bottom. Now our tickets here did not only include the Cotton Castle, it also included the Hierapolis. Now the Hierapolis is an ancient city that was built in the 2nd century before Christ by the Greeks. There was a few earthquakes that happened and destroyed the city, but the structure we were about to go see was rebuilt in the 2nd century AD under the Roman Empire.
Oh my goodness, look at this amphitheater. This is amazing. Wow, this is one of the most intact and quite detailed amphitheaters that I've seen so far while we've been in Turkey.
This is incredible. I thought the one that we saw at Kash was amazing, but the fact that this one has like a complete stage and like the detail that we're busy looking at is like basically 1,800 years old.
You can see like the Roman columns in the back with some of the Roman statues. Doesn't look like you can go all the way to the bottom or on the stage, but this is so beautifully kept.
I can imagine sitting at this chair in my complete Roman or Greek attire watching beautiful opera.
It's stunning.
With the view of the mountains behind me.
It's actually the only piece that is completely intact here in this little city, and I'm so glad that it is. The rebuild has definitely helped preserve some of the history that is here.
Imagine sitting here. Your feet are just going to be dangling the whole entire time. I'd at least rather prefer 1 or 2 rows up where my feet are actually down on ground.
Hey, I actually quite like this, because I'm not going to have anyone in front of me to obstruct my view. This is actually a really nice seat. Oh, what's this? It kind of looks like a tunnel or like a stairway for people to enter this amphitheater, but I'm not too sure.
Let me see if I can squeeze the camera in. I can. Awesome. I can't really see what's down there, but it might be the stairs that are going probably to the underground dressing rooms of this theatre.
Those stairs actually lead to the outside entrance, which comes down here behind the amphitheater's like stage.
So from this angle you can actually see the stage, and over there you can see probably where the conductor was in order to keep the whole show going and coordinate it.
Wow, the round of applause here must have been so grand with all this echo. But you can see behind the structure that there are some steel beams, and I would gather that's to help preserve what is left here, because I can imagine the structure is quite brittle.
Wait for me, where you going?
Yeah, I noticed earlier that they actually have some Greek inscriptions on the wall. I don't know what it translates to, but it's really cool that it's still here.
I'll tell you what it translates to with Google Translate. It says the Buddymoon was here. How did these guys know? Well, that is the coolest theatre that I have seen to date. So they also have these pools that you can swim in, but they're not included in the ticket. It's like 130 Lira extra per person to go in here. But because it's so hot, and apparently the pool is hot, we're definitely not going to be swimming here. So we've just entered a museum that they have here, and they have some of the sculptures that they did in the 3rd century here. But I mean, look at the detail.
This detail is insane.
Look at this one. Here's half of the body, and there's the other half completely separated.
I have a feeling that this was actually a tomb, because if you look at a lot of the burial sites around here, they bury people above the ground and not in the ground. So apparently sometimes on the tombs they'd put like a feature of the owner's face on the tombs, otherwise like mythological creatures. You dare me to put it on myself?
Adi, put it on your face.
On my face. I don't know how many people have steps on this. Hopefully it's not too dirty, but giving myself my own little spa day.
See my feet in it? That's what Leanne just put on her face.
Oh yay, toe jam. Perfect for the skin.
That is disgusting.
You dead me.
So this is what Leanne looks like making stories on Instagram. It's like watching animals in the wild. Baby, what are you doing? No.
One suggestion when coming here, don't forget your sunglasses because the reflection here can really hurt your eyes. But other than that, like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on our Turkish adventures.
Why is this angle so good? It's such a good angle.
How do my kisses look?
They look like massive kisses, baby.